Continuité d'homme. Temporary bottom, reversal.
Not paying.
Pump and payant a bull flag. Put him to sleep. Load the Korea food.
Is awake.
Make him think it's the bottom. Drop off the volume. Dump it again. Push it sideways.
Is doing groziers.
Print 100 million Tether when he goes to sleep. Then pump it.
Is awake.
Load a dip. Sideways until he sleeps, then crash with the exact same Korea fund. Get Vitalik on the lane. Pump etherum for 2 hours and then wake him up.
Okay.
Is awake.
Load the flip on trade. Crash it. Activate quantum immortality. Now print 200 million Tether. We are, let him in.
Isin.
Pump it.
Itaxi sabuto magit.
Kill him. Transfer everything. And then find an hotel.
So, on today's video, I've got some very bullish news. Crypto analyst Plan B released an article on an update of the stock-to-flow model, and he predicts a Bitcoin price of 288k by 2024. We'll also take a look at the current Bitcoin price, and is Bitcoin going to break this legacy trend line? So stay tuned. We'll be also taking a look at the Ethereum price update, and Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin in the recent weeks. So we'll also take a look at that. So let's roll the cameras. So I hope you're having a good day. This is me, Digital Digits, bringing a weekly video on Bitcoin. So currently now we'll take a look at the technical analysis of the Bitcoin price. We'll take a look at the stock-to-flow model of Plan B later on the video. So what we have here is the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin price is making higher highs, and the Bitcoin price is approaching 8.5k level. Bitcoin just broke the 8k level recently. I think it broke it today. So this is very good for the Bitcoin price, as Bitcoin is now going to test the legacy trend line, and Bitcoin could find it hard to break that trend line, and maybe Bitcoin will roll over when it's gonna test this yellow legacy trend line. This yellow legacy trend line has been supporting Bitcoin for years, and Bitcoin has to break above this trend line. And if Bitcoin breaks above this trend line, you could see very huge gains for the Bitcoin price. So currently now Bitcoin is at a price target of $8,114. And is still breaking above the current level as we speak. So now let's look at another chart. So this is another chart that I have right here for you guys. This is a reaccumulation chart that I've been planning for the past year, and currently now Bitcoin is in a reaccumulation phase where it's the perfect time to buy Bitcoin. And as you can see here, this is the ribbons. These ribbons, Ethereum is now testing the 6.18 Fibonacci level, and maybe we could see the Ethereum price having a little bit of a pullback before approaching higher highs and more price gains. Ethereum has been bullish for the past few months and years, and most whales are accumulating Ethereum heading into the Bitcoin halvening. Maybe Ethereum could maybe test its all-time high in the near future. I also own a little bit of Ethereum to diversify myself and a few altcoins, but most of the time I usually buy Bitcoin, but because Bitcoin is the reserve currency in the cryptocurrency space. So this is very good for Ethereum. So if you guys comment on this video, and I will review any altcoin that you want in this channel. So you guys can comment down below which altcoin are you looking at, and I will take a look at it and see where it's going. So now that's it for the Ethereum technical analysis. Now we can look at the article posted by a crypto analyst known as Plan B. It's an updated article. This is the article posted by Plan B from his Twitter account. This is the updated version of the stock to flow model. Currently, the first stock to flow model predicted a price prediction of Bitcoin around about 100K in the next 4 years or to 3 years. So now currently it's the updated version of the stock to flow model. I'll touch a few important key points that Plan B has in this article, which is updated. So as we could read here at the introduction, it says Bitcoin stock to flow model was published in March 2019. Yes, this was the last previous stock to flow model. The original Bitcoin S2F model is a formula based on monthly S2F and price data. Since the data points are indexed in time order, it is the time series model. This model has active quantitative analysis around the world. Many have verified the non-stop suspicious relationship between S2F and Bitcoin price. So this is the last stock to flow model. As you can see here, it predicts 100K Bitcoin after the halving. So after the halving in 13 days, we will see 100K Bitcoin, but we won't reach 100K in a few weeks. We might reach it in the next 3 years. So here is a main key point, is the phase transition. So there are 3 examples of the phase transitions, which is water, the US dollar, and Bitcoin. So if you look at water starts from being a solid, then turns into liquid, and then turns into gas, then becomes ionized after the gas stage. So these are the phase transitions for water. And for the US dollar, it started as real gold, and then it ascended to the gold standard, and then ascended to fiat money. Then now currently it's digital. So that's the phase transitions for the US dollar, and this is for Bitcoin, and it's shown by this chart. So this has been the transitions for the Bitcoin price. At the early stages, Bitcoin was cash proof of stake. Then after it became a cheap payments network. Then after it became anonymous darknet currency when Silk Road was founded, and most people were using Bitcoin for illegal activities. Now it's the reserve cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin is compared to other cryptocurrencies, if you can see. And now it's a censorship resistant e-gold. Then now currently it's sent it to a programmable shared database. And currently now it's going to ascend to be an uncorrelated financial asset. Because now we have seen in the past few months and days that Bitcoin is still correlated to the S&P 500 and financial stock markets, including gold also. So this was the phase transitions for Bitcoin. So what we have here is the Bitcoin S2F cross assets model. So the chart below shows the monthly Bitcoin S2F and price data points used in the original S2F model. Only can visually identify 4 clusters. So these blue dots are the Bitcoin monthly data, and where they form clusters is where the Bitcoin price is likely to be heading to. So now currently more and more clusters are forming for the Bitcoin price, and Bitcoin is entering a new transition phase, which is gonna indicate more price growth in the near future. Because currently now Bitcoin is at 8,000 and is still going to reach higher prices in the near future. So these Bitcoin clusters represent the Bitcoin price heading into the next halvenings and each phase transition. Here is another chart that shows the Bitcoin clusters. So this is the price history of Bitcoin forming these clusters, and currently now Bitcoin is in its fourth cluster, where it's a financial asset and no longer e-gold, because now institutional investors are investing their money into Bitcoin. So after that, we'll see a new Bitcoin cluster form, and it will ascend to a new Bitcoin cluster, a new Bitcoin phase transition. So here is another chart of the clusters, but now they've included silver and gold and the regression line. So Bitcoin is still behind these two metals, silver and gold. And after the halving, Bitcoin will be at the same level as silver. Then after the halving, before this one, Bitcoin could reach the same market cap as gold and be in the same cluster as gold. So here is the working out of how we calculated the clusters, the regression lines, and the Stock-to-flow model using these mathematical numbers and stats. So in the conclusion, Plan B says that the transition into the Bitcoin price will give 19 million BTC in 2024 of a price target of 288k at this time frame. So in his conclusion, he basically explains why this could happen, but this is not financial advice. This is just a price analysis using math and previous price data. So this is gonna be it for today's video, and always stay digital.